Hello and welcome, everybody. It is Spreading the Nerd. I'm your host, Clint Coombs, and of course, joining with me is Rick Davis. It has been a couple weeks, so we're just kind of talking shop about stuff and seeing where the RNG gods take us on this one. We'll talk about some Battlefield 6 impressions, news, what we've been playing, but all in all, it's just going to be probably a all over the place show, which they usually are, anyways. So yeah. That's how it is. So how you doing, Rick?
I'm doing. It's been a long couple of days, long week, a long couple of weeks since the last episode.
Yeah, it has.
And yourself?
Pretty good. I've been busy. Long. It was a long week this week. I don't know. I worked. No, I didn't work last Saturday, but it felt like I did. It was just. It's just been nonstop.
Rafting last Saturday.
Yeah. Yep. But it's just been so busy at work. We've had a few people leave, more people leave, and a couple of people hurt. So it's been nonstop at work, and I'm ready for this weekend to play some games and just chill.
Yeah, it's been chaos at my work, but for a different reason that you are aware of. Let's just put it this way: I work with a lot of really fucking stupid people.
Yep. And for you to kind of seem dragged into it makes it even worse.
Yeah, I didn't even get an update today as to what that's looking like, but
probably a good thing. You probably didn't want to go into the weekend knowing.
No, probably not, but I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest with you, but it doesn't matter. It's still ridiculous that it even got to this point.
So it's been a bit. What have you been playing? Anything fancy?
Well, the only things worth noting, I mean, Battlefield beta, but that obviously will come up later. I wanted to talk briefly about the Assassin's Creed Shadows most recent update, which added nightmare difficulty. And I will say I believe that is the way the game is intended to be played, even though it wasn't there at launch. But that said, it's not the way for everybody to play it because it is hard as hell. However, I wish that they would at least give an option to make certain changes, that like outside of the difficulty in terms of, how much damage you take, how much damage you do, that kind of thing, to bring certain changes to how the game flows into lower difficulties. Like as an example, in combat, you know how you can like put the enemy in like vulnerable mode or whatever, where they like blink yellow, and then you can
right.
In nightmare difficulty, the only way to do that is to use, well, it says to use abilities, but there are a couple other ways to do it. I guess technically this counts as an ability, but like Naue, where she gets a perfect block and can jump over them, that actually does it, which basically for the first time now makes that actually useful. But also more than that, it does a way better job than the base game of basically making it that you have to keep your gear updated with the levels, or else you are falling behind very quickly.
Gotcha.
And it makes other changes in the stealth side that I actually really like. In particular, the stealth is really damn hard on expert or on nightmare rather. If you are in like the bushes or shrubs or whatever, if you are moving, they can see you. You have to be stationary.
That's cool.
If you're sneaking up behind them, when you get close, they actually can hear you. So you can't just like
move around willy-nilly.
Yeah, you have to basically take care of business.
That's cool.
Yeah, it pretty fundamentally changes a lot of things in the game, and I would argue in most ways for the better. That said, it is really goddamn hard. It is really, really hard.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. That said, it does balance better on Yasuke's side because he was really stupidly overpowered in the first place. It actually really does emphasize now how much better he is at combat than Naue, where she, in most cases, you kind of want to avoid combat with her. Because if you get more than maybe an enemy, or more than maybe two enemies, you're going to really struggle with her.
Right.
At least I do. I've been playing some Death Stranding, not really much to say there. And some Kingdom Come. I started that up again the other day.
I just was randomly looking because I'm like randomly looking, like just throwing stuff out there at some point here next week to just like throw shit out and hopefully it sticks for like interviews and stuff. And I was looking at the voice actor for Isaac on Dead Space. I think it's Gunnar Wright. I think, but
That
supposedly
doesn't sound right to me.
he voices a character in Gunnar Wright. He supposedly voices a character in Death Stranding 2, I guess.
No, does it say who he voices?
No, not that I can remember. I want to say it starts with an N, but I could be completely wrong.
Well, most of the names in that are not actual names; they're like aliases almost.
Gotcha.
So let's see.
Yeah. So, but he doesn't really have like social media, so I was like, oh, I guess I'm not reaching him anytime soon. But I don't know what that was leading into because what we were playing and stuff.
You just say Death Stranding, right?
Yeah, I think it was Death Stranding 2. I think he's. I think that's where I saw.
Oh, Mike Northcote. Okay, actually, I know who that is. I didn't realize that was him.
Yep. I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't been playing too much. Well, I Heartworm came out last week. I did beat that. I did enjoy my time with that. That was a good one.
Oh God, I'm an idiot. Mafia: The Old Country.
Oh yeah, yep.
I've also been playing that since it came out yesterday for PC.
I do want to. I want to get it. I almost bought it, but I was like, no, I have to. I gotta fucking beat some games. So Silking it.
You should buy it and stop playing some stupid shit that you play. Like WoW.
I know.
Like Final Fantasy 14.
I know. At least Final Fantasy 14, it's like I'm just doing a story. I do come and go.
One MMO.
But
so either Dune, which I know you were looking forward to, or 14.
But WoW is just, and now they just get a new update. And I'm like, I really don't know if I'm gonna do Mythic Raid like I usually do because it's
all you have to do is uninstall it.
It is for Mythic raiding, it is an absolute minimum of like 8 hours a week minimum, and I do way more than that. So it's like, God. I did beat the story in Dune Freight, so that is, it's kind of like an MMO. I get it, but I did beat the story in line. That I have to get back in that too because I'm sure my shields are down and my base is probably falling apart. So anyways, I've played Heartworm. I beat that like a night. We interviewed M for that one. It was good considering made by basically Vincent alone. It was a couple people that helped him along the way, but honestly, really good. Music was great. Storyline was good. It really felt like a early 90s PS1 horror game, which is cool. It's a little short, like 4 hours, fine by me. Combat was a little slow, but also not needed. You can literally run through the game. There's an achievement to run through the game in like an hour or less than an hour. So, but he's already patched it a few times. He's thinking about doing some more stuff with it. So there's outfits to unlock, but for his first game, solid. And if you're into like a 90s horror game, pixel style, definitely check it out. I think it's like $13 on Steam right now. So
I don't know if I'm caught pixel style considering it's still polygons.
Yeah, that's
I know what you meant. It's just
it has like a pixel overlay. I actually turned that off, so it did have like that polygon effect, but it looked like a
filter, you mean, or what?
Yeah, it's like a pixel filter. And then I did I turned that off, so it felt like kind of like a Dreamcast game almost. So, but it's cool. It kind of takes the best of Resident Evil, Silent Hill, and what's that other
Fatal Frame?
Fatal Frame, thank you. It was basically all three of those mushed together. So pretty cool. Check it out. What else have I been playing? I've texted you a couple times about this Donkey Kong. Now we've talked about Donkey Kong. Don't get me wrong. I really, really like Donkey Kong. It's super good. It's fun. But I have found that I haven't been picking it up because it is just way too easy. Like there is,
it really doesn't bother me in that at all. Like stuff being too easy can annoy me, but I guess in a platformer it just doesn't. To be honest with you, I just kind of accept that most platformers nowadays are really easy. I mean, Astro Bot was way easier than even Donkey Kong is. I think.
Astrobot was pretty easy, yeah.
Well,
but
until you did some of the late like challenge
Yeah.
stages, those were obnoxious.
yeah, I've leveled up some of my like clothing options and stuff, and like as soon as I'm done with, bonanza time, it's instantly back up again. So I can be constantly in bonanza time, and then there was a boss, and
oh my god, that was so loud.
That's really loud. Why is it keeping on going?
I don't know, but I turned it off. Whoa.
Sorry, everybody.
That was unexpected.
If anybody listens to this while they're driving, they're definitely getting into an accident. But yeah, I went to a boss. I turned it on, and before it even ended, I killed the boss. I was like, I don't know. It's a little. I will go back to it.
I told you, except for where you have to, you don't use bonanza thingies on bosses.
Yeah,
it does basically.
It's easy mode, literally.
Stupid easy.
Looks like Silconet got all the bananas. To turn it down before you push it.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna push it, but
so on the Switch side, while I'm out and about.
Why is it looping? Oh, that's why.
There
it is. There, I don't have it on loop. I think you did, but
I wonder if it automatically does it, because the last one we did was that. So I wonder if it automatically puts it on loop. So I picked up Romancing Saga 2 on the Switch, the Switch 2 version. So I've been playing that. That one's I'm really liking that, actually. Really good combat, not easy at all, which is nice for a turn-based game. For like at home, I've been like tired when I get home, so I've been playing WoW because there's a new patch. Other than that, I really haven't been playing much at all. Some Killing Floor 3, but that's
I do notice a certain other game you haven't been playing, but that's fucking nothing new to any of us.
At some point, I don't know. I just can't.
You're not gonna quit pretending.
I'm probably not going to. It's not grabbing me like.
There's no probably. You're definitely not going to.
Like it's not grabbing me like I wanted it to. I don't know. Maybe with Silk Song if it comes out.
It won't come out, but it's because you refused the loving embrace of Hollow Knight and instead went to WoW. I hope I hope you lose sleep over that active choice. Just to be clear,
I think Freight wanted to hear your thoughts on Mafia. Why don't you speak your truth?
So first of all, as background, I love the Mafia games. I have been a fan since the original one on PC back in, was it like 97 it came out? It was
it's been a bit.
It's been a long time. I finished that version. Then I was very excited for 2. Got it on PS3 when it came out. Immediately made that decision change because the PS3 version of that game was bad, whereas the 360 version was very good. And then been kind of a up and down with Mafia 3, but I was when they first announced this, I was a little like, man, I don't know if I want something like like Italy, like old style, actual Italian mafia in like Sicily. But the further one, I'm like, you know what? No, I see where they're going with this, and I kind of like the idea. So I've actually been looking forward to this. It's been one of my amongst many others, very, highly anticipated games this year. I am still very early. Today I finished chapter 4. I don't know how many there are, but that's still pretty early. It's like your main character's name is Enzo, and I basically am slowly beginning to become part of the Don's family. I don't know if he knows it's the family yet. It's kind of obvious, but who knows? Sometimes these guys are dumb and don't realize what they're doing. But yeah, like basically, I finished the mission that was shown off in previews maybe 2 months ago by places. I basically got to do the first round of shooting, which nothing particularly special, but that's okay with me. I don't need anything fantastic there. It feels like. It kind of feels like the remake of the first one, except a good bit better. But something I did want to talk about, because this was something I was confused about, and largely because of the way they were describing it, is that it is not an open world game. And this is partly true, but that's a little deceptive, because the reality is there is actually an open world there.
Right.
It's not It's not huge, but it doesn't need to be, right? I mean, you're on horses and using 1905 cars, so it's not it's not like you're driving 150 miles an hour anywhere, or kilometers an hour for those across the pond. But I think what they meant by it is, unlike your typical open world game, you don't drive around the map to find like your icon to start a mission. It works like Mafia 1 did, or Mafia 2 for that matter, where it just actually no, Mafia 2 you did go to an icon, I think, to start things. But Mafia 1, I don't believe you did. I think it just kind of continually progressed to the next chapter. To be clear, I am not murdering anybody out there. I am sure everybody can hear that. That was not my doing. I'm not murdering anybody.
Is she okay?
Yeah, all right. But yeah, like, so you'll finish the mission and it'll immediately start at the beginning of the next chapter or whatever, and you will move around various open areas, whether it be in the Dawn's mansion, a good bit of the early stuff is in the mansion, or a couple missions like we did actually like get on horseback and go to do whatever we had to do, right?
Right.
And you can read a map, but I mean it's like you're on like a mountain, like a Sicilian mountainside. And so I was like, oh, that's actually interesting. That is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be like almost level based. Which is where I was like, man, that's weird. There's like cars and stuff though, because I'd seen video of them driving, but now it makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, actually there is an open world there.
That's cool.
Yeah, but very, very, very high quality voice acting, no question about that at all.
Yeah.
I really like so far. I like the Don himself. Don, I keep forgetting his name. It's like Tarillo or something like that. And then I like what looks to be, as of this point, Enzo's almost like mentor. His name is Luca. And then he's got like a buddy named Cesare, who's a whore and a douchebag, but actually not really a buddy yet, but it's pretty clear he's going to be the buddy. Like he's probably going to be if you know the first game, he's probably going to be the Paulie, when you go a little bit further.
Yep.
But just very, very happy to be playing that series again, because I really, really do like that series. I like how
it's been a bit too since the last one.
9 years, I think is what they said.
Yep.
Crazy. And unfortunately for those 9 years, then it took a couple more years to get that game up to a decent state, because unfortunately Mafia 3 was a interesting product that was very close to being great, but also very close to being a disaster at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Great setting. Lincoln is a fantastic protagonist.
Yep.
But man, the structure of the way that game works is awful. Like when you would do the actual missions to go after your targets in it, it was really good. But when you were just doing like the open world bullshit, it was bad. Yeah, it was really bad. But it did have a lot of weapons, which I respected. And the 70s is a good setting for something, even though, which is weird for a Mafia game, but it, when you play it and understand what it's about, it makes sense. But yeah, now obviously it's way, way, way too early at this point to say where I would rank this. But I mean, again, he's not even technically in the if they considered it a Mafia at that time, I'm not even sure. But he's not even there yet. Although I think it's getting relatively close, because I started a mission that was also shown off in preview events, and I kind of think what happens in it might be where he gets like formally inducted.
Gotcha.
So I think I'm close to there, but
I'll probably get it. And
$50.
Plus, it's only $50, so I mean, I really can't complain with that. Plus, when I went to PAX East with Silkenit with him, you could tell that they really had a passion for that game. So I definitely want to support them, because they really put their all into that. You could tell. So they were very happy with it.
Support games like this, high quality narrative driven single player that does it. Not that I have a problem with open world. I mean, I like how many open world games, but not every game needs to be open world. So it's like, It's like, thankfully somebody finally made this again.
Yep. Yeah, I love open world games, but yeah, I am perfect.
Not every game needs to be one. That's
exactly. I mean, not every game needs to be. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Should we get into some questions that we got asked?
I didn't know we had any.
No,
Freight, I would actually very much put this as AAA. It's just a little bit less because it's a bit shorter, and more like linear. But I would 100%, I guess, technically qualified based on the budget, and I couldn't tell you what that is. But if we're looking at production value, I think it's 100% AAA. It's every bit the production value that you would get in a very high budget game. So
good. Yeah, and I think is it still sitting at 76 on Metacritic?
I don't know. I didn't.
I'm not sure, but the reviews are like all over the place for it. They're either like low or they're like really high. So it seems to be very, it is very all over the place. But before we go into that, were you playing that on PC or PlayStation? I can't remember.
I am on PC. I remember I started it yesterday.
Okay.
The console version came out today. The PC version came out at noon yesterday. Noon Eastern yesterday.
Yep. Gotcha. So Ellery had asked, and we kind of wrote in, or I didn't write in, what are your top 3 upcoming games that you're most excited about?
Oh yeah, we answered that actually in the Discord.
Yeah, I don't think I did. Yeah, because I was kind of waiting for this show. If you want to go over,
I thought you did.
No, I don't think so. No, not that I'm seeing. So let's go with this year. Do you have like 3 coming up this year that you're looking forward to?
Well, if we're going only this year, then I mean Metal Gear Solid Delta is pretty clearly number 1. However, I understand if you don't want to count that as it is a remake of.
Oh, I think it's definitely a count.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty easy. Number 1. I would say number 2 probably Ninja Gaiden 4.
Okay.
Another pretty big like preview thing released today, and turns out people are digging it, which is cool.
Yep. I forgot.
Yote's probably up there. Hell Is Us is definitely up there. That one actually, I'm getting more and more. Actually, don't forget to demo for that in a couple days. I'll have to try it out.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, the 12th, I believe.
Damn, now I feel like I have to redo my list. I forgot some of those. Shit.
I
just remembered another one.
I listed a handful of games I was really excited
for. The year
for.
is like still packed.
I mean, at this point now, I mean, I would definitely put Metroid Prime 4 up there. I would put Silent Hill F up there. I'm glad to hear that one sounds like it's turning out well. I was a little concerned for a while, but the most recent preview event actually has me pretty confident. I won't lie, I'm a little bummed there's no guns at all in it. I thought they said there would be some, but they would be limited. But it evidently is entirely melee. But it does make sense. It is Japan in the 60s, I think. 60s
I think it's
70s?
60. I think it's. Now I wanted to say 70s, but since you said 60s,
it's either 60s or 70s. I don't
it's
remember.
60s or 70s.
Yeah, and obviously, now I don't know how long it's been the case, but in Japan, guns are absolutely not legal. So it makes sense. But I always did kind of like the idea of But to be fair, this is a case where actually having weapon degradation is good, because now you essentially have limited supplies, even with the combat being entirely melee. But I am pretty stoked for that. I think that'll be cool, and it does sound like it touches on some very mature subject material, which is cool. I mean, you're playing as a Japanese schoolgirl, so I think you can connect the dots as to what that includes.
It should be.
I don't know if they've shown that necessarily in the preview event, but they definitely said that kind of thing is in there.
Yeah,
and it's obviously not that I'm like, hey, I want to see this girl get whatted.
Right.
It's like, man, that kind of really does give it a lot of extra weight, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, granted, it's not a new IP or anything, but I think this is the first like new game from Konami that's not like a remake or whatever. It's like, right, because they had Silent Hill 2.
Are we talking about just Silent Hill, or are we talking about
in general? Because
freight, that's one way to put it. Yes,
there's definitely going to be
actually I know for a fact there is, because there's like
definitely going to be tentacles.
There is like some kind of octopus monster that's a boss.
I can't think of anything like new that they've come out with that's not like a remake or a
They've had a couple Castlevanias come out relatively recently, I think.
Have they?
I think so. I mean, it has been a little while, I guess, but
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But
I mean, there was not that we like to talk about it, but there was what the hell was it called? The Metal Gear Solid 5 offshoot game that was terrible. where you killed the zombies.
It wasn't that survival one, was it?
Yes, it was.
Jesus.
Was it just Metal Gear Survive? Was that the name of it?
I think it was. Yeah, we don't really talk about it.
That game. The sad part was actually there was an interesting idea there that they really dropped the ball by going after the stupid zombies. But like the idea of being like the missing members of I don't know. I don't remember which part of the base
it could have
like,
worked.
They could have done something cool with that, and they didn't.
Yeah.
Instead, they tried to make a lame survival game that was boring, and you fought zombies that had little gem pyramid heads instead of actually being interesting.
I think for me, like I don't know, you said a few. So Silent Hill F had, I don't know how I forgot that one, but yeah, Silent Hill F. Metal Gear.
We're only a few weeks from that.
Yeah, that's what, beginning of September?
I believe it's
Is it the 18th?
15th, I want to say.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, yeah, we'll keep going because there's a whole lot of things in early September. There's a lot.
Yeah, not for you, but Final Fantasy Tactics, the remaster there.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that at this point.
God.
September 25th for Silent Hill. So actually, it is the end of September.
Right. But so for games that were coming up that I was thinking off the top of my head, Ghost of Yotei for sure. Borderlands 4.
That's October. Or we're not. Oh, we're just talking about your three.
Yeah, my list. Yeah. Borderlands 4. I think that's September as well.
They moved it up. Yeah, it's like mid-September now.
I think that's September. The Outer Worlds 2. I'm not sure when that one's coming out. I know it's this year, but I think it's later in the year. I think it's November, I think.
I don't think they've even dated it yet. It's October. It's October. I remember them.
And then we have Chronos. That's coming out September.
That is September 3rd.
Yep. So that's a big one.
Sorry, 5th, but 3rd with early access is what it is.
Is there early access for that?
For the digital deluxe edition,
yeah. And this one I put down, even though I know it's going to be bad, but I want it to be good. It's going to be bad. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is coming out in October.
No, it's not.
Yes. No, well, supposedly it is.
No, it's not.
But
it's coming out in October as much as Silksong's coming out this year. That's right, Soaking It. I said it.
The last one came out like 20 years ago. There was a couple like offshoot story ones that I don't count. And I loved the first one so much, but this one has been going through development hell like crazy. So I really have no faith in it being good, but I want it to be good.
Boo that man for not freaking playing it. If he'd played the goddamn thing would come out this year. It's his fault. It's his
didn't
fault.
Connect with me. Didn't connect with me. You know, maybe if it was a better game, you know.
Oh God, this show's over.
But I think off the top of my head, that's ones that I'm interested for this year. But also you said Hell Is Us.
Yeah, there's definitely things you haven't mentioned that I'm pretty sure you're interested
there's definitely, and I'm sure there'll be more that pops up.
I mean, you're interested in Metal Gear, aren't you?
I am, but so yeah, that one. It's just like Jesus. I don't know.
Yeah, there was actually
this year has been wild. Absolutely,
there was something I didn't mention because I was only going off of like the most anticipated. Hold on, let me see what it was. So off the top of my head, I came with Ninja Gaiden 4, Metal Gear, Hell Is Us, Battlefield 6. Obviously, we didn't mention that. Yotei, Silent Hill F, Chronos, Metroid Prime. So actually, no, I did say them all. Actually, another one. Just this week they announced the date. I had been watching it. Metal Eden is, I believe, September 3rd.
Oh yes, yep. Now, I'm
probably gonna get that because that demo was awesome.
Did they say for sure that because I haven't really been following it, that Metroid Prime will be out this year? They just don't know the date yet, or
it's what Nintendo said.
Okay,
whether it happens or not, we'll see. But I if I was a betting man, I would bet higher of Metroid Prime coming out than Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah. Heroes of Might and Heroes of Might and Magic. I have not heard.
I had no idea there was a new one of those coming out.
Long time. What was it? Heroes of Might and Magic.
Magic Olden Era.
Olden Era. I think
is it still Ubisoft that publishes them?
60. What do we got here?
What about you, Silking It and Freight? What do you guys got? What are you looking forward to? Silking It, try not to pick some weird ass indie game that we've never heard of, please.
You can pick a weird ass indie.
You can, but don't only pick the weird ass indie games. Like watch me paint a giraffe or whatever whatever goofy ass indie game.
While they're thinking of that, what about Gamescom? Do you think there's going to be something like a unannounced game or something that you think we're going to see see?
Well, I don't think we're going to get a release date for Silksong there. Just to put that completely out there, I don't think we're going to get that.
I think we are, and I have know nothing about Silksong. I'm putting out them positive vibes for you.
Now, and also to be clear, I want to put this out there. I am as excited for Silksong as anybody. I just will not believe anymore. I just will not believe until a date is set and I put the money down or whatever, and then the damn game is in my hand. That's that. I will not believe until. However, when that day comes, the skies shall open and the rays of heaven shall shine upon us, because the greatness will be seen then.
Silking It says Metal Gear, Borderlands, Silksong, Moonlighter 2. I did not know Moonlighter 2 was coming out. I did like the first one.
That's Silken. I'm almost positive they said it was 2026 for Tides of Annihilation.
Freight says Battlefield 6. Hell yes, I can't wait to get into that in a few minutes. Borderlands 4. Hell yeah. I'll have to look at Moonlighter 2. I didn't even know that was coming because I liked the first one. So. For my picks at Gamescom, for what I think will surprise happen there, with me just thinking off the top of my head, during the last Xbox show, Phil Spencer said that the return of a new game was coming or whatever. I think maybe we'll see something there on that.
Now we'll see that next year.
Probably.
I mean, it's obvious what it is.
It's
the Halo 1
Halo.
remake. Yeah. But no, we're not going to see that at Gamescom.
I would love
maybe at the end of the year at what's it called? Games Awards. We're not going to see that at Open Night Live. Though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Unless does Xbox have a showcase at Gamescom this year? But
they do, yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking you meant Opening Night Live. I was like, we're not going to see that there.
No, I was just thinking about Xboxes, yeah. And then we have. I was also thinking I would like to see Light No Fire.
To answer Silking It, yes, I think I will. I'll probably do.
I probably will too.
Which is, I will probably buy digitally on Xbox just because I have basically all the Dooms there now. I will probably, because I'm an idiot, buy a physical copy both on Switch and on Xbox again because I'm an idiot. And since there'll be limited run games, they'll be $200 a piece for the regular version. That said, I want to say, while I am glad they did this and that is exciting, I am very disappointed because I really wanted it to be Quake 4. I really, really, really wanted Night Dive to be porting Quake 4 because Quake 4 is excellent and a massively underappreciated game.
I loved Quake 4.
And it is not backwards compatible, so there's no way to play it on console unless you get out of 360.
Yep.
Good job, Microsoft. Good job. Your own fucking game is not backwards compatible.
Yep.
I'll bet because I said that, I'll bet you Phil Spencer just closed the studio because I said that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Jesus. I would like to see Light No Fire at Gamescom. I don't know if we will or not.
It's probably still too early, I would think.
Yeah. Interstellar, which we won't see, but I just want to see it. I just want to see it.
It's probably too early, but you never know. You know what? We'll see that at Game Awards.
So that'll probably be a Game Awards, because they did say it was a 26 game, right?
I don't think they have, but it
it
most likely is. That seems to be what everything's pointing towards.
But other than that, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I wish we would see Okami, but I know goddamn well there's nothing to see there.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see Okami.
We'll probably see Onimusha. Or we just talking about new like a new announcement.
I mean, anything that we could see new. I was just thinking of like new things we haven't seen really anything of lately. So,
I do expect maybe we will see soon. Now the press got to see this, but it never got really shown to the public. I think maybe we'll see more of how Pragmata plays, since they described it and they showed it to the press. Bless you, but for whatever friggin' reason, didn't show it to the public. Which makes no sense to me, but they didn't. So I could see maybe Capcom having something to show there.
Can I just say, sorry to interrupt you, I've been waiting for that sneeze for like 35 fucking minutes. God damn it. That felt so good.
I would too soak in it, but I don't know if that will happen yet.
Yeah, I'd like to see some more Tads, but no.
That game looks amazing. Like I'm totally hyped for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I think it might be a little too early to still show much more of that. But that said, as I've been saying in the Discord, it's the good old China Joy or whatever, or not China Joy is the showcase. The China Hero project starting to bear some fruit.
Yeah,
we're 3 weeks away now from Lost Soul Aside.
You know what I want to see at Gamescom? I want to see Phantom Blade Zero. I don't want to see a release date that they said that they were going to provide 4 months ago.
Did they not? Didn't they? Yeah, you're right. But didn't they confirm now that it's not this year?
Or did they? I didn't see that.
Or am I making that up in my head?
You might be making it up. I haven't seen it, but it doesn't mean it's real. But I just really want that game too. Silken
yes, currently slated for fall 2026.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
That's why I thought because they had this showing at China Joy, and I thought they said it was going to be fall, so it got pushed a lot.
God damn it! Oh well, it is what it is.
I haven't played Wuchang in a couple of days, but I've been pounding through it a little bit.
I have not played it at all.
Wuchang is I don't know how to say it, but I have to try to make a joke about Dark Souls waifu, but she's an attractive young thing. Let's put it that way.
Stellar Blade attractive?
I mean, Stellar Blade is a walking sex doll. Let's not fool ourselves here.
But it was such a good game.
It is a good game. No, it is a good game.
But I'm so glad that game turned out good.
but Bo Wuchang is not quite that. But you can get her in some pretty skimpy outfits. I was like, damn. like there are some that are probably more revealing than in Stellar Blade, but not as egregious, like ass wagging in your face.
Right. So let's touch on some news, shall we? Anybody check? Hold on. Fred says, anybody check out anybody check out where Winds Meet playtest a few weeks back? I don't think no, not me.
No, that said, I can proudly say, friend of the show, Ellery, had gotten
that's right,
invite to the beta and opted not to actually play it because I said that it was a free-to-play game.
Going to be free, yep.
And I am happy to destroy any free-to-play that I can. The sad part is actually, I will say I thought it looked really good, and then I watched.
It did look good, and I was excited
until I watched IGN footage of it. I'm like, yeah, that looks way less good now. And apparently, I was not alone because they did there was a lot of criticism, and they pulled it back and said they were redoing combat and stuff like that. But it has good animations, it has good graphics. It just doesn't. As soon as you see how it actually plays, you go, "Oh yeah, that's how it's a free to play game."
Free, gotcha. Yeah. That's a random news one that pointed out to me right now. And this kind of because we had talked about a couple days ago. So Bungie is getting absorbed by PlayStation Studios.
Hopefully, in this absorption, Pete Parnes is summarily executed in the street in front of the building.
Yeah.
And to answer you soaking it, no. that game is not coming out anytime too soon, I don't think.
No, I don't think Crimson Desert. I didn't get to play it at PAX East. I think Silkenet did the day after, but I didn't get to play that one. So now Sony is also saying Sony expects Marathon to launch before the end of March 2026. Sony Group CFO Lin Tao has suggested that Bungie delayed Marathon is expected to release by the end of March 2026. She provided the caveat, this is not a commitment and no official announcement has been given yet. Sony indicates that the delay would impact Sony's overall financial outlook. Well, I don't know. I just think they should just throw the game away.
Well, I mean, at this stage, they're not going to. But they assume the Bungie name alone will make it.
I think it'll
sell well enough to not be.
It'll initially sell, but I think it'll drop right off, especially with Arc Raiders coming out before that. I think that's going to have a pretty big impact on the extraction shooters on console for sure.
Do you think Fair Games ever sees the light of day? That's the one I could see them canceling because I don't think anybody gives a rat's ass about that game.
I don't think so.
Like that one genuinely might have a worse fate than even Concord, because Concord had people like genuinely hate playing it from the beginning.
Yeah.
Fair Games, just people just think it looks boring and stupid.
Yeah.
And also, let's be honest with you, it has a terrible name, and the fact that it's spelled with a dollar sign for the S, somebody should have been bludgeoned for that, because that's just an awful idea. And it's a terrible name. It really is a terrible name. I have no idea how anybody thought that was a good name.
And speaking of games not coming out, Contraband development has been stopped. The Avalanche Studios, which surprise.
It'll be more surprising if we have an episode where Microsoft have not closed the studio or canceled a game, one or the other.
Right?
Because at this point they're on a unbelievable rate. But hey guys, Phil Spencer is a great leader. He's such a good head of Xbox.
We haven't. I don't think we've seen anything on Contraband since like 2021.
We've technically never seen anything. All we ever saw was that.
It was like a trailer. I was interested because I do like Avalanche Studios, but of course we never saw anything. So I guess sad that it's gone. I guess
technically it wasn't canceled, but let's be honest, it's never going to. It was. What's the term they use? Like put on the back burner or whatever. But it's never going to see the light of day.
Yeah. Nope. I'm just like perusing through some news. I mean, I'm sure there was plenty of news in the time that we were gone, but it didn't seem like anything was like huge.
There was a pretty big news item that keeps developing as we go.
Which one?
And that is that Visa and MasterCard have decided what you are allowed to
pick and choose, but what you can buy.
They have decided that they can decide what you are allowed to purchase.
It's funny you say that. I'm just scrolling like news of the week or whatever, and this one just come up. MasterCard denies involvement in adult game.
I saw, and they're so full of shit. They are so full of shit. It's 100% them.
Yeah, because there was never a problem before.
MasterCard every one of them have specifically said. Well, I guess Steam hasn't said anything, but everybody kind of was able to connect the dots. They have said specifically it is the payment providers forcing them to do this.
Yeah, that's how it was way back when it first started. That's what it was said.
Yeah.
MasterCard has released a statement distancing itself from the events relating to adult content removals on Steam and itch.io. Valve has contested the statement, saying payment processors cited MasterCard rules and risk to the brand. itch.io has stated that it is having ongoing discussions with payment processor Stripe.
And also, so when this was going on, for some reason, a lot of people out there were not able to understand that it doesn't have to be a game that you are interested in to say, I am against you doing this. So for some reason, that simple fact was lost on a lot of people. It has already spread beyond that, because there was some indie horror game, I don't remember the name of it, that Steam had to delist. Actually, not even delist because it hadn't come out yet. And it didn't even have sex in it. It was something like, I think a major element of it was sexual assault, because it's like a horror game. But my understanding is there's no nudity in it. There's certainly no sex in it. They had to delist it because MasterCard, I guess, threatened Steam. But remember, MasterCard weren't involved in this. They had nothing to do with it. You have everybody. Yeah. This is not a this is not a gray zone, gray area thing. This is black and white, and there is truly only one correct side to this. If you are okay with them saying, this is a perfectly legal item to sell, but we don't think it's okay, so we're going to block you from selling it. I don't have words for how fucking stupid you are. I don't have fucking words for it.
Yeah.
That being said, Collective Shouts, the group that is claiming responsibility for it, but I don't believe them at all. I think it's one of those cases of, you know how like when there's like a bombing somewhere and a random terrorist organization will take credit
Right.
for it. I generally kind of
yeah.
think that's what happened here. That said, we jumped straight into the news, and there was a whole thing I wanted to talk about that we didn't do.
Oh, let's do it.
If you remember, I was going to start to expand my horizons a little bit. And since I'm kind of boring and do nothing but play games, I figured I would start to occasionally watch movies that I do not watch. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Yes. This was supposed to be 3 weeks ago, which is probably why you forgot, right? 2 weeks ago, whatever.
I remember the movies now, though.
Yeah. Okay, so as I said, I got a little bit tired of being such a one-note thing, just games. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll start watching movies a little more often, particularly movies that maybe I hadn't, got, like maybe a genre that I hadn't got into. That said, I'm not going to watch. No, Silken, I'm good, thank you.
It's pretty good.
Nicole watched it, so the Davis household consumed it, and all the more of the Davis household has consumed it already has. But anyway, so I am not going to watch something like some schlocky horror movie that I know I would hate. Like I'll watch something that maybe I still might like, right? That said, so in this case, I'm going to jump into it with, I'm going to discuss 2 movies that I watched a couple weeks ago now, and they both happen to be Pixar movies. That was not by design, just how it worked out. So
perfectly fine.
Yes. So first, we will start with one that technically I had seen a couple years back. However, I did not remember very much about it. And that movie is Soul. Soul was a pretty good movie. I liked it. It had a good message about specifically like not getting too wrapped up in your dreams that you miss life, miss the world, whatever you're right.
Right.
Very, very good movie. Very creative. It had some pretty interesting art when Joe, the main character, was in, I don't even know what you would call it, but like the area where the souls are being prepped for becoming people, right? It had some avant-garde design, and I knew all that. That said, it's not perfect. The end kind of felt a little bit rushed. The actual end itself ended kind of abruptly, but I actually liked that. I thought that was a cool idea. However, it did get there probably a little quicker than it probably should have, and a whole lot of things that seemed to be brought up, they kind of glazed over, right? Now, the other movie I had not seen, and again, it is Pixar, and that is Turning Red. Everything I said about Soul, you can throw out the window because this movie was bad.
I did not like it.
This movie was bad.
Surprisingly, I haven't seen Soul, as I've told you, which is surprising because I love Pixar movies.
You might like Soul.
I probably would. I've seen all of the other ones. I don't know why. I don't know. Just didn't see that one. It's this one not good.
So I looked it up, and there have been, I believe the count is 25 full-length Pixar movies since. I mean, they might have had some before they were Pixar, but since they've been Pixar, since Toy Story 1, there have been 25 movies. There are only 5 that I have not seen as of this point. And that is Elio, which only came out like 2 months ago.
Yep.
I did not see Inside Out 2. I did not see Elemental. I did not see Lightyear, nor do I think I ever will. And an older one that I actually never saw is I never saw The Good Dinosaur. I've seen every other Pixar movie now.
I think that's right on point with me too, actually.
And I can honest to God say, I think by a large margin, Turning Red was by far the worst that I've seen. By far. That movie, now to be clear, I understand I am not the target audience of this, right? This clearly was a like preteen girl targeted movie, but believe it or not, I'm not afraid to admit I can like those on occasion. This was a bad movie with a bad story.
I just didn't
an
like
unbelievably unlikable main character. Like she was horrible, and I don't know how the writer of this, who I believe was this Canadian Asian girl that was like the showrunner. I don't know how she was allowed to be the writer because her writing was horrible. Like early in the movie, she gets to that point where her mother embarrasses her in front of that like convenience store clerk, and it makes it seem like this is going to be like some major plot point, right? Like some major thing that causes things. That is never brought up again in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Like it was like, what was the whole point of that then? Like, movie was awful. The only thing I'll truly give it credit for is, okay, obviously it does have good technical design. I mean, Pixar are the best in the industry.
Right.
Terrible character designs, though. Every one of them was awful.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I thought the whole boy band thing was kind of funny. And like how their eyes were turned into like anime, like glitter eyes. I thought that was kind of funny. That was genuinely the only good part of that entire movie. And I am not just being a hater, because I was like, oh, I heard this is actually not bad. And I watched it.
I wasn't
like,
a fan
who
of it
in
either.
God's name thought this? If you were not a 10-year-old girl and thought this movie was even watchable, I don't know what you were watching, because you weren't watching the same movie as me. I thought it was abysmal. I thought it was absolutely terrible. And like,
I haven't seen it for a while, but I remembered not liking it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's, I genuinely believe it's worse than like Cars 2 and Cars 3, which are like infamously bad, right?
I'd say.
To be honest with you, I thought they were far, far better than this movie.
Yeah, I really didn't like it either. Have you seen a Silent Voice? I haven't seen that one.
I never heard of that, but so there we go. That's my my brief thing. So now that we're hopefully back into a proper rotation of doing shows again, I'll try to catch another random movie here or there that I can then discuss. And that also, to be clear, I'm clearly not a film critic, right? I never watched, nor will I ever watch The English Patient, because that looks like maybe the single worst movie ever made in history. Do you remember when that was like such a big thing? And like, what was it like 2004 when it is the definition of Oscar bait, right? It was a movie that nobody on earth wanted to watch, and yet all the Oscar judges blew their load over it.
Yep.
Let's
see.
So I'm clearly not approaching this from that direction. I'm approaching it from just a dude who likes random things. And I'll it's not gonna be every episode, but I'll try to, every couple episodes, I'll try to have a new movie that I've seen that I can discuss.
Keeping on with the movie stuff or whatever. I started Wednesday last night. Or the night before. I only got one episode, but so far I like it. I love, they had like a little stop animation thing in the middle, which was cool. I just love everything Addams Family anyways. I think Jenna Ortega is fantastic as Wednesday.
There is nothing about that show that I could really care less about, but I do like Jenna Ortega. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That said, I'm glad you said that, because that reminded me of something I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to test our friendship here.
Oh, fuck.
Brace yourself, because you're not going to like this. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, no.
I do not understand your infatuation with Jaws. I think it's a decent movie. Like,
I love Jaws.
Movie. I do not understand why you and Hillary
I love
over that movie.
I love it.
I think it's a decent watchable movie and nothing more than that.
I just remember it's one of the first movies that I remember watching. That one and Top Gun are one of the movies that I love. Remember.
I love Top Gun. So
I think Top Gun, just randomly just put it out there, I think Top Gun, the intro to Top Gun, is still probably one of the best intros to any movie. The music and it
turned an entire generation of boys into men.
Yeah. It was so good. And Jaws is what started me in my whole love for sharks and everything. I don't know. I just loved it. I loved Quint. I thought his character was awesome.
I suppose it's possible that I actually do love sharks, and the fact that Jaws is nothing like an actual shark maybe turns me off a little bit. But
I can totally see that. And me, who loves sharks too, it's clearly like not anything of how sharks are at all.
Outside of a very brief look at looking like a great white, it's nothing like a shark. It doesn't act like a shark. It's way bigger than any shark outside of a megalodon could ever be.
It definitely started my love for sharks and learning about sharks and knowing clearly that this is not how they are. But yeah, I don't know. I love Jaws. I don't know.
Over the past 2 weeks, it was like every day.
I've got something else coming.
One of the two of you has said something about Jaws. I'm like, guys, this movie is 50 fucking years old.
Love it.
Come on.
I went and saw one of the plays for it a couple weeks ago. Thought it was great. I got something else in the mail for Jaws coming next week. So that'll be next week's topic in there for you.
Oh, goody. I can't wait.
And I think we're going to try, Ellery and I are going to try and meet up in Boston on the 29th, because I'm going to go see Nine Inch Nails. But they're showing Jaws in IMAX down there. We're going to try and catch that before I go to the show. So. Then we'll really be geeking
I
out
will,
over it. You might have to mute Discord.
I will not. I will not comment on Nine Inch Nails. But suffice to say,
I think you shouldn't.
Suffice to say, whilst not anywhere near the dreadfulness of your other chosen band, I am no fan of Nine Inch Nails.
That's all right. It's all right. Let's see, Silken. We all got some attachment to some media that happens to be the first of it we consumed, and that stays with us, even if it's not the best. Very true. Yep, very true.
I mean, I'm not overly offended. I'm offended by your love of Limp Bizkit, right? I am not offended by your obsession with Jaws. I just don't understand it myself.
I do love Limp Bizkit. I love Limp Bizkit. What was I? Oh, I thought of you for random shit during the show. We were on the tubing trip, and there was only 8 of us this year, not as many. Usually it's like 14 of us, but there was 8 of us, and we all get in a circle. We put the coolers in the middle, we tie each other in a circle, we put music on, and we just go down. And one person was like, "Oh, let's put some music on," and one of them was like, "Oh, what should we put on? Like, I don't know, 90s playlist. I don't know." And the first song that came up was Limp Bizkit's "Rolling," and the first thing I thought of on this tubing trip was you. And I didn't have
somebody
my
on that raft should have immediately flipped it over and killed you all because they would have done you a favor. They would have done you a favor.
My phone. We've been doing this trip on the river for years, and I never take my phone. I've never wanted my phone because I just disconnect. And I was like, I want my phone right now so I can video this and send it to Rick.
I would have immediately blocked you on every single thing I knew you on if you'd have done that.
I was laughing so hard, and people were like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like trying to tell. I'm like,
was ISIS there or no?
No.
Okay, so nobody there actually even knew.
Nobody knew. It was like,
okay. I was like, she would have been the only one that would have known why the hell you were laughing.
I was like, Jesus. But yeah, it was just. It was funny.
In order to have the full Spurt in the Nerd inside running joke, you need to have a Hollow Knight reference and you need to have a Bloodborne reference. Then you would have had the trifecta.
Yep. The lore would have been complete.
Well, and also you would have had the actual 2 good things out of our running jokes. Instead, you got the shitty one that somehow persists. But...
And then, of course, we might as well go into Battlefield 6.
You might as well.
Since of course, I've been excited for Battlefield 6, and then the multiplayer trailer dropped last week, and at that time you weren't really interested in it. Fine.
I had severed the cord. I cut myself off from it because
and then
I didn't want to let myself get.
I was gagging at the bit. I needed this game to be good because I love Battlefield, and it came. The trailer came on, and fucking Limp Bizkit started playing, and the first thing I thought, I'm like, well, Rick's out. I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, you could have picked anything else. And I was like, this game could look amazing.
It did push me away. It did push me away. There was no doubt about it. There was no doubt about it. I was like, it's a sign. It is a sign from God.
But clearly, I know for me, it was a sign of this game is going to be amazing.
I don't know how that's even remotely possible, but okay.
Oh God. But anyways, yes, Battlefield 6. I did get it's open for everybody now. You and I both got a code from watching Tim the Tap Man and whoever else we had to go through.
I still say I deserve way more than an early access code.
Yeah, I just don't like watching streamers.
Should send me a brand new.
I sit here and I do a live podcast, but I myself can't stand watching. Well, I don't mind watching podcasts. I can't stand watching streamers. I don't know. It's just not for me. I'll watch them.
I'm usually not a fan either, but
I'll watch it briefly to see parts of the game if I'm interested, but I won't oh, Tim's on, I gotta go watch. That's just, I don't know.
Also, to be clear, I'm not trying to shit talk Tim the Tap Man. I mean, he's pretty.
Oh no, it's just it's anybody.
But he's very much not my style.
No, that's just who I happened to get the code from. But at one point yesterday, he had over 200,000 viewers. It was.
He's a huge streamer.
He's big anyways, but it was insane because everybody was trying to get a code.
When I was at work, now this wasn't to get the code because it was on YouTube because they have Twitch blocked where I work. But I did turn on Moist Critical because I don't even know if he streams on Twitch at all, but he definitely streams on YouTube. And I was like, hey, here's a chance to watch some of it. And so I kind of saw what was going on.
Yeah. So yeah, I downloaded it, of course, played it last night. I am playing it on PC.
What the hell's that sound?
Oh, is it my AC?
Oh, okay, it must be. I was like, it sounds like a car's driving through your house. What's going on?
it just kicked on.
It must have just kicked on, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I played it last night and instantly fell in love after like 2 rounds. Instantly. Like,
yeah, I hate to say
so
it,
happy.
but I've thrown my inhibitions to the wind.
So happy. I played it for probably like 3 hours total last night. And I probably played it for like an hour before now. They did add King of the Hill mode, which I haven't tried yet tonight.
I just do not know if I would like that in Battlefield.
I know I won't. It's not a mode for me, but I'll try.
I love it like Gears of War, but I don't know if Battlefield's a game where
I don't think I'll like it for Battlefield. I mean, I'll try it out to see, but I really don't. It's always been Conquest, Breakthrough, and like Rush for me. Those have been my.
I was talking to Paul from X Button. I swear to God, they haven't had Rush since Battlefield like 4, but he said no, they did have it. I'm like because Breakthrough basically is Rush. There's the only difference.
Breakthrough is basically Rush, but you're not setting an alarm, a bomb or whatever.
Well, right. Well, and the other thing, yeah, right. You're actually capturing and contesting,
and you can go back and forth from capturing it.
Right. But other than that, it's exactly the same. Yeah. So I did not realize they still had Rush. He said, yeah, it's just not listed as a featured.
The last time I played Rush was Bad Company 2 for me.
It was definitely in 4 because I played a shit ton of it in 4.
I think that's the last time I played it. Yeah, so far, really loving it. We only have two maps.
Bad Company 2, I think, is where it was introduced.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. It was definitely the Bad Company series. I don't know if it was 1 or 2, but
I thought it was new in 2 because it's actually a major reason why 2 was so liked because that was
Bad
such a
Company
good
2 was so good. I love that game.
I don't know if it was you I was talking to, but I'm going to say a little controversial, but I stand by it. Now, Bad Company 2, very good game.
Mm-hmm.
Very much overpraised by the community because the reality is, like, it was absolutely awesome at its time. However, like 4 in every imaginable way was better than Bad Company 2. Maybe not the story, but the story wasn't very good in Bad Company anyway. So
I think I liked the sniping better in Bad Company 2, but the actual like gameplay I definitely liked in 4.
Well, snipers
and 3. I loved 3 as well. So
see, I didn't like 3 at all. But I played it on console. To be fair, it might have been a lot better on PC. Although 3 didn't really have much in the way of destruction, did it? 4 did, but 3
did, but 4 I think had a little bit more. Yeah.
But either way, if the sniping was better in 4, I mean in 3, in Bad Company rather, that automatically makes 4 the better game because snipers belong in a very dark.
And I think that's why I like
getting shoved in like Satan's tail in their ass
in Bad Company 2 because. I'm pretty sure Bad Company 2, everything was like a one-shot kill as sniper. It was ridiculous.
It did have a it had a far faster time to kill than
it was ridiculous.
Which I will say that I do prefer that as opposed to what we have. But time to kill in 6 actually is pretty good. It's much faster.
It feels pretty good to me. Yeah,
it's much faster than it was in some of the more recent Battlefield games.
I think it's pretty on point. I've seen some people complain that everybody can use the same weapon. I
did see actually. I didn't see this yesterday. So maybe this was added today too. There is a conquest mode that actually locks weapons to classes. It's I forget what it was called.
Oh, it was like maybe like a classic or something.
No, it was called something conquest. Tactical conquest, maybe something like that.
Oh, it might be tactical conquest.
Yeah, it was a little bit further to the right. I was like, what the hell is that? And I read it and I said, oh. That's actually interesting.
But it's not really bothering me. I mean,
I will say, so I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting you off. It's just
no, go ahead.
So I mentioned that I was glad that I could use other weapons because I don't like LMGs.
Right.
I will say, if you told me that the class weapons, so assault rifles, sniper rifles, is it submachine guns engineers? I don't know.
SMGs, shotguns,
and LMGs. If you told me those were locked to those classes, I would be okay with that. The key is, like, 'cause this is how like Battlefield 4 was, is you have like carbines, or you have DMRs, you have like halfway, obviously a carbine is not as good as an assault rifle, but if you don't like an LMG as a medic, you still can use
There's something there.
Like I would be totally fine with it that way. I just don't want to have to use the LMG if I'm a medic.
Right. Yep. And I think so. Yeah, I think it's fine. You're not going to see a sniper running around with an LMG because their other kit just doesn't work for it. So I think it'll be fine. I really, really like it. I think the damage is really well in the buildings and stuff. The sound, of course, in Battlefield has always been top notch. The sound is great in this. The controls feel good. Feels smooth. It runs really good on PC. Are you playing on console, right?
Yeah, remember I was going to try it on PC, but then you had secure boot. I'm like, I'm not fucking.
Yeah. I had a couple friends complaining about having to go into BIOS and setting that up.
Honestly, I think anybody who went into their BIOS to play this game is insane.
Yeah, it's
assuming you have another option, because there is no way in hell I would I don't even if I was turned on in my computer by default, I would still feel very uneasy about an anti-cheat being at the kernel level. I think that's a bad thing. Yeah,
and I'm sure there'll be some review bombing over it probably from people. I'm sure.
I did see a lot of bitching about it on the Reddit. And I'm like, I can't even fault them because I'd be bitching about that too.
Yeah, there was a couple people on the Reddit too, and of course Reddit always full of, when you go to any forum,
it's a shit fest, but
it's always going to be like this game. It's always bad because that's where people go. But like people were saying like, oh, this feels like way too much like 2042, and I'm like, it doesn't feel at all like 2042, at all. I'm like, I don't know what you're smoking, but
I think it feels a lot like 4 in my opinion. And
I think the classes feel good. It doesn't feel like so far any weapon is too overpowered. The shotgun is a bit rough, but at the same time, you have to be pretty close too. So
so it would matter what map you're playing there, how effective it was
for sure. And the two maps that we have are the smallest maps. DICE has said that these are the smallest maps that will be in the game, so everything does feel close quarters for sure.
I believe they said it's launching with 9 maps. If I'm
yes, yep. One thing I do not like when you're playing as support or the medic, when you have the defibs and you're reviving someone, there's no like in the other ones when you revive people, there was like a thump or a sound effect.
There is like a sound effect, but it doesn't have any punch to it.
Yeah, and there's nothing that you really feel like it works. So I find myself like trying to revive people 2 or 3 times, or I think I revived them and I didn't. So hopefully they give a little bit more feedback there. And probably the only other thing I didn't quite like is, and it's not even a big deal, is like if you're in a small room with your team and everybody's throwing a supply pack, there's like green rings everywhere, and it's like there's a rave going on in there. But
I can't say anything. I'm absolutely a contributor to that.
Oh, so am I. When I was playing supplier, that will be my main class. I'm just trying to test all the classes before it comes out, so I can see how it feels, and plus to get the skins and stuff like that. But yeah, it feels good. Engineer feels good. I like that they have 4 rockets, enough to take out a tank if it's not getting repaired. Have you played with the motion mine from the engineer class at all?
I think I planted it but didn't know what it did. I assume it's just a proximity mine.
Yeah, so it's like a proximity mine. So when a tank or a vehicle drives by, it shoots a rocket at it, which is pretty cool. Oh. Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Okay, so that's not something you have to have like that it drives over. It just has to drive within its range.
Yeah, so if it's on a main road, just hide it behind something and it'll shoot a rocket at it.
That's
pretty cool.
Know, actually, yeah.
And it does like 25 damage, so it's decent damage too. So
one thing I will say, this is probably a minor gripe, and I'm gonna guess most people that play it will totally disagree with this. I do believe when you're in a tank, it should lock you into first person mode. I believe letting you drive the tank in third.
Oh, instead of third,
gives you too much of an advantage that you already have.
Which is weird because I know it gives you an advantage, but I always go into first person. I feel like I just can control it better. I don't know.
Well, it's more the fact, like, I don't believe you should be able to see behind you. Like, I think you should, unless you were to turn the turret to face that way. Right. I think that's a major part of like a infantry guy is if you're an engineer or whatever. If you can get behind the tank, you can plant a C4 on it and pretty much destroy it in one go. However, if they're playing in third person, which, let's be honest, almost everybody driving the tank is going to be, they're going to see you do it, and they're going to be able to get away. And I think that's a mistake. They should lock you into first person in that.
Yeah, I think in past games there's like third person view, but I think if you do like hardcore mode, it locks you into first. Yeah, probably. I think. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one. Excuse me, I'm having hiccups there. Definitely excited for it.
Yeah, I already feel it getting its claws in me. Which is
yeah, and it's like, you joke about me playing WoW and stuff like that, and I joke about it, how much I play. Battlefield will consume me. I don't know. It's something about Battlefield. If there's a good Battlefield game, like that's all I do. Yeah. So with all the games coming out, all my backlog, I'm like, no, I'm super glad this is good, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck.
So something we were talking about yesterday is all the numbers that keep coming out the beta, and I've said, like, I not to be Mr. Contrarian, but I just don't think those numbers matter because it's a free beta. But what does matter is, by and large, from what I've seen, the response has been very positive, and I think that is going to translate into good sales. And also, they picked the right year to do this because, from what I could tell, is almost nobody gives a shit about Black Ops 7. Having a Black Ops game 1 year and then having the next one the next year, I think is a huge
it really seems like, of course, Call of Duty is still going to sell.
It's going to sell. I'm not saying it's not,
but it really does seem like there is a majority of people that are just like they're tired of it.
It's not going to be the like when Black Ops 6 came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, new Black Ops, I'm in." Like you're not seeing that with 7.
No. And I think people are just this is the skin fatigue in Call of Duty. Just people are like Beavis and Butthead running around, American Dad, like Nicki Minaj. It's like it's just
make no mistake, that statement by whoever it was, I assume it was the director of DICE or whatever, that was a calculated move because he knew damn well that he was hearing people bitching about that. Yeah. And he's like, hey, we're not gonna have that.
Yeah. And there is a battle pass coming to Battlefield, and there will be outfits, but it's going to be like just armor based looking colors, like Asian style, maybe like a Viking style or something, but it's not going to be like like said American Dad running around and stuff. Like I'm so like when I first was playing Warzone and stuff, I thought it was kind of cool. And then I was like, okay, now it's oversaturated. There was like skins every week getting introduced. And I was like, it's just too much. Keep it in Fortnite for me anyways. And it seems like a lot of people are going that way too. But I'm sure it'll sell well. But I really think, the Battlefield numbers, I was so excited about the Battlefield numbers because, one, I just love Battlefield. But like, I've never seen Battlefield put up these numbers, even with a beta.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying huge beta numbers does not translate into.
No, it's not like every single one of them is going to buy it. It's just that hype that they're like, oh, it's free beta, but still, for Battlefield to get that much love after 2042, it just shows not. Even if it was Battlefield, I think just people are looking for another shooter that they can go to. I think there's just a lot
something to bear in mind too is, as much as we like what we've played, bear in mind we're not playing with whatever they call it, but the like creative mode thing or whatever.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
There has been some really good stuff that came out of that in 2042, which
was about,
and this one is the only area that good stuff came out of 2042.
Yeah,
but considering now you've got better mechanics, think what you're going to do with that. Like, especially if they do what they did there, which is like, hey, now you've got all the stuff from 1942 up through Battlefield 6, including 2042. Yeah. Now you've got an even more powerful tool.
Yeah. Did you watch the deep dive of the Portal at all? No. So it didn't go into it too deep, but they showed it, a little bit, and they were showing that players can make their own custom maps, which will be cool. But they were also like showing like stunt tracks or whatever. So people were racing Humvees against other squads and stuff. And I'm like, this is fantastic. Like, this is going to be awesome. And if that's just an added on thing, it could not be that good. But if it's added on for some laughs here and there, I think it's going to be awesome. I think really
that was actually something that Grand Theft Auto Online didn't get enough credit for, that because it kind of did that, and that was huge.
Yep. Yeah,
I didn't play much Grand Theft Auto Online, but by far the most fun I ever had doing that was some game mode that was in there that somebody told me about, where it was 2v2. It was two teams, right? The one team were like the thieves escaping, and they were on dirt bikes escaping from the military base. And after something like 30 seconds, the other team were each in the fighter jets and had to track them out. It was so good.
That's fantastic.
It was so much fun. I mean, obviously, like it's hard. It is hard to get away because they have lock on.
Right.
So it's like you have to
That's
use
fantastic.
the abilities of the dirt bike to like go through the valleys and stuff like that. It was so much fun because you have to go to like the other airport, which is the other end of the map. Oh, yeah. that was a
who knows what
they'll
come up with in this portal, where there's, before, like you said, they were able to make 1942 stuff, put in that stuff, but now where they can make their own maps and stuff, I'm really and we'll be able to play them on like custom servers and stuff. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, actually, when 2042 was coming out, when they were first showing off this portal thing, a game mode that they had like suggested, but I don't remember ever seeing it, that I thought was a cool idea. It was something like two guys each in, like, you had like two tanks, and then everybody else on the map was on the other team, but they were all using World War II weaponry. I'm like, that's an awesome idea.
Yeah,
and I don't remember ever once seeing that.
I don't think I saw it either. To be granted, I didn't play 2042 as nearly as much as
same here.
As the other Battlefields, but yeah. So I'm super excited. I'm glad. Thank God it's back, because I think if another 2042 came out or something, I think this would have been the end of Battlefield. I'm honestly surprised 2042 didn't kill it. Honestly.
I'm sure it got close. I mean, they moved. Was it Patrick Soderlund who was the head of DICE? They put him in charge of EA, and then it kind of DICE started to fall apart.
Six is pretty much like a whole new team near enough. So and you can tell they love it, and you can tell they listen to the fans. So
I will give them credit. They were not bullshit, and they pretty clearly did take a lot of community feedback.
Thank Christ.
Yeah.
Thank God. So needless to say, I will be getting probably the Phantom Edition, because
what actually comes in that? I don't even know. Is it just
so it comes with some skins, but it also comes with the Battle Pass with it.
Is the Battle Pass just cosmetics, or do you get like weapons?
Just cosmetics.
All right, I get that.
So like outfits, stickers, but there'll be free stuff in that Battle Pass too.
Right.
Skins, something else.
So long as there's not any like new weapons or anything like that in it.
Any weapon that is in the Battle Pass is earned. It can be earned, and it'll be a free thing. It won't be a like you have to buy a Battle Pass to get this weapon type of thing. It'll be a free. So
gotcha.
So that's perfectly fine for me. If people want to pay for something and it's just cosmetics, I could care less. As long as it's not American Dad shit running around.
Right.
I don't care. But so I'll definitely be getting it. Definitely super excited. I think October 10th, I think.
That sounds right, yes. But based on that last comment you made, I just want to take a moment to say fuck Fortnite. Thank you. You may continue.
Yes. Thank you. I think that's actually a good way to end the show, I think.
Yes.
Sorry to any of our fans that like Fortnite, but Fortnite brought in the skin stuff.
I'm not sorry. Fuck Fortnite. Fuck that. that stupid ass game destroyed this industry.
It kind of did. Oh God. But anything else to say, Sarah, before we log off and go kill something on Battlefield?
Just got one thing to say.
Oh, we got to do our things.
We're back, motherfuckers.
Oh, we're so back. I was literally saying it while playing Battlefield. I'm like, we're back.
We're back, baby.
All right, let's see.
It got a little tough to fight our war there for a little while.
Yeah, it did.
Well, We're back on top, baby.
Let's see what our fortunes are going into the weekend here. Who's going first?
I think I've had this one before. You will have good luck in your personal affairs. It didn't happen then. I don't assume it's going to happen now.
That does sound familiar. Today's challenges are stepping stones to greatness.
I think you had that one before, too.
Probably. Time to get some new ones, I guess.
Yeah, clearly. I guess
all right, folks.
The one Chinese guy who's stuffed with these is starting to get tired.
He's just repeat.
Yeah.
All right, folks, that's it for us. I am pretty sure we'll be back next weekend. I don't think I have anything going on, so we should be good this time around. Jesus. So that's it from us here today. Go play the Battlefield 6 beta. It's out for everybody. Just give it a try. Might as well.
Yeah, tomorrow it's out for everybody.
Oh, is it tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was out Friday. Drops are out on Twitch if you watch for skins and stuff, but I don't think they have any codes left. Definitely play the beta.
If you play it on PlayStation, you actually get a pretty cool skin, but only on PlayStation.
I wonder if that carries over.
I was wondering that. I don't think it does.
I wonder if it counts. Sure. Interesting. Interesting. Might have to see that. All right, then. That's it for us, folks. Thank you very much for listening to us. If you're interested, give us a follow, a sub, all that good stuff. We also have the Discord in the definition area. And I always say definition.
Description.
I always say definition, description area. I did that with M when we did the interview, too.
You can come in and join us telling Silkinit that the date for Silksong will not be announced. Or if it is, it will not be in 2025.
And you can keep making fun of me for playing or not playing.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's get that straight here. Let's get that straight.
and loving Limp Bizkit. Or join us in playing games terribly. So thanks again for watching and listening, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you.